Battle of the Challenges podcast with Vincent Cloud.
Famous Dave.
And this is every season of Wes Bergman. He just retired, and I have every season appearance, spin-offs included. And I wanted to just, rapid fire go through them and see if we can, get any nuggets out of it and see what happens.
Yeah. Is this like during the Academy Awards when they do the in memoriam?
Yes.
All the challengers that we've lost this year to retirement.
Yeah. Yeah, really.
Anissa, Wes Bergman,
Don't tease
Nani.
me. Don't tease me with that. Anissa really did retire.
I'm assuming she did, right? I didn't see her on this season or the next season, or I didn't see her on All Stars forecast.
Means nothing. The woman's a cockroach, all right?
I think she's retired. Fingers crossed.
Wow. I could have swore I was part of a group that we would all inform each other when she did retire. But
Oh, yeah. We're gonna
all right,
throw a big
well,
party.
enough about Anissa. Although what's similar to Anissa is very good eliminations, which is what Wes was known for. Let's talk about Wes. Three-time champion, two on the main stage or main series, one on the spinoff, but we'll get into that. And then I don't have his actual, I did write it down, what his actual elimination record is. I might have to look for that a little bit more. But I do want to just go through all 21 season appearances by him. All right. But
All
rapid
right.
fire. So we shouldn't take too long. All right. So let's start off with the first, which was in 2006, Fresh Meat 1, where he took third place with Casey, of all people. He went 5-0 in elimination with Casey, of all people. I mean, this what a turnout. What a debut, I want to say. I think it was
Yeah, it was
good.
a great debut by Wes. He was awesome. Like as a challenger, he had the crazy mohawk, I
Yeah.
believe.
Yes.
He was kind of brash and talked a lot of shit. He just seemed like a young punk.
This might be his most assholish season though of all time. Like, remember when he was like, "Come on, Casey, you stupid bitch." But I defend him because he was in a weird headspace because right away he had to go against his own season of Austin. Remember that? Danny, his
Yeah,
best friend.
Danny,
Danny's
Melinda.
fiance, yes. And his own fiance or future fiance, what's her name? Oh
Starts with a
shit.
J.
Johanna, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awkward, right? Like you, all those victories are against people that he knows and loves. It's fucked up. Yeah. And a victory against someone that he can't hate, otherwise it'd be a hate crime. Shane. Remember Shane?
Wait, who's Shane?
Remember Shane? Shane, gay man. I don't know.
Oh, Shane. Yeah, I remember Shane. Shane's awesome.
Yeah, for sure. It was just a weak ass joke about being gay or whatever, but that's fine. Oh, okay. The one thing I do have to throw about this first one is at the very end when him and Casey cross the finish line in third place, he's like, yeah, 15 grand. Anyone who says congratulations on 15 grand could suck my dick. Something like that. It was great. All right, moving on to his second appearance. 2006, The Duel. He got first on this, man. And against a stacked, like this might be still one of the most stacked seasons of all time in terms of the men.
Yeah, the cast for that season was crazy. It was really good. CT, Evan, Derek, what's his name?
Brad,
Yeah, Brad. Was
so many.
Tyler? Was Tyler on that
Tyler,
season?
Bananas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Was Darrell there that season or no?
No, Darrell was never in a duel. What a shame.
Yeah, Darrell was the only like big heavy hitter who wasn't on that season. But that season was stacked. Wes, he was a lot more mature this season,
Right.
and he kind of yeah, it was his maturity it showed, and it got him a win.
Yeah, he the only thing I throw in this is that the immortal elimination against Derek. This is what put pole wrestle on the map, and it would stay there forever.
Oh yeah. This is like legit where Wes would be holding on to it and he'd fly through the air and like do like a front flip trying to like pull it away from Derek. It was crazy. It was so much fun to watch. And like that was like the first pole wrestle and it was the best version of pole wrestle ever.
Well, I mean, it was technically the men's first pole wrestle. The first one was like between Anissa and Paula or something like that. But I get what you're saying. I'm just thinking about
I,
the
I'm
people.
I'm rewriting history here, okay? We don't talk about that other one.
But he won first, and this was the record-breaking amount of $150,000. Like that, it's never been that big of a purse ever, and for a long time, I don't remember when they surpassed it, but it was a long ass time before anyone got a bigger paycheck than that. Moving
Yeah,
on.
and he
Uh,
bought with that money, he bought his future ex-wife a house.
yes. Oh, we'll get to that in this next one, his third appearance, because he did retire, but then he would come back citing reasons of, well, my fiance, it didn't work out, and then she slept with Kenny on fucking television, you know, and like so he came back for revenge in 2009, The Ruins. He was on the championship team, but that was not a team. Like he was not part of that, right? They didn't want him.
Mhm. Yeah, there was basically while Wes was gone, there's like a giant alliance was formed of the JEK, as you call it.
Yeah, as I call it. That's what it was called.
Johnny, Evan, Kenny, and what's his name? Derek.
Derek. The D is silent in the JEK. Yeah.
Yeah. So those guys are like on his team, but like Wes was the odd man out, and they had all had a friendship, and they all just hated Wes because Wes was the guy who had won on the duel, and there was some jealousy there, I think. And yeah, so like Wes shows up and everyone hates Wes, and Wes kind of is freaking out. It seemed like that while he's there on that season, he's just kind of freaking out a little bit, and he's upset that everyone hates him. And he's like, "Well, if you're gonna hate me, I'll give you a reason to hate me." So he started to fuck with them.
Yeah, he tried to throw the missions.
Yeah,
That was crazy. And then what got him to stop throwing the missions? Fucking Johanna, who's like, yeah, I know that you fought your heart out for that money to buy us a home, but you put that in my name. So if you keep throwing these missions, I'm going to sell your house. That was cold-blooded. That was nuts.
yeah, that is crazy.
Because consider how much the house costs compared to what? Some chump change they're winning for the missions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But I will say that he went 2-1 in eliminations. This is his first time being eliminated. By who? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
Kahada.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Little
That's where
Kahada.
that's where they were going through the bamboo and they were tied to the rope. They had to untangle themselves. Meanwhile, Wes's own team, Kenny and Evan and Bananas are like, go up, up, up. And no, he was supposed to go down and shit like that. It's fucked up.
Sabotaged.
But yeah, that was his first time being eliminated. So number 4, his fourth appearance. Do you know what it is?
Um, is it Rivals? Is he on Rivals One?
Yes, he was, but it wasn't Rivals 1. His next appearance was on a little show on MTV called Spring Break or the Challenge Spring Break. This is his first spinoff.
I've never even heard of this spinoff.
Really? Oh my God. Okay,
Was
so
this
this
hosted by Carson Daly?
no better. Evan and Paula. or they were commentators anyways, like golf. They're like, oh, he shouldn't have done that. Looks like he's gonna have to go to elimination, shit like that. And Paul's like, oh, you're absolutely right. A bad year for Wes or something like that.
They did love to give Evan the microphone back then. He would like some of those seasons were all like narrated by Evan.
For sure. So you never got to see this. Okay, so
No.
they had about six people like Darrell, Susie, Kenny, Wes, Rachel, I think, and they all were just captains. They had about shit, I don't know, 10 players that were, and it was all filmed within, I don't know, 3 hours, something like that. Just like random people on the beach, and they were like, yeah, we're here to participate. And then if they lost, they would have to go into eliminations against each other and stuff like that. And Camilla, that is where she comes from.
Hmm.
Yeah. I bet you didn't know that.
I mean, it kind of makes sense. That's a good origin story for her. Just drunk on a beach in Miami somewhere.
But he ended up getting third place overall. He, like in the regular series, his team had to go into a lot of eliminations to get to the final. I
So
think
was he competing at all, or he was just the coach of it?
just the coach. Yeah.
Okay.
All the mainstays were coaches. It's I recommend it. It's fun. All right, let's move on to his fifth appearance, 2010's Fresh Meat 2, which was my very first season I ever watched. And I didn't necessarily like Wes, but I wasn't against him. And I like Kenny, but also at the same time, I'm like, I don't love him either. Because I was like, oh, these two are both kind of douchebags. But
Oh yeah, for sure. Fresh Meat 2 is one of my all-time favorite seasons.
oh yeah.
It's a perfect season. Like even the location was like in Canada in the woods and they're in this beautiful log cabin. The cast was great, lots of good people on it, and then the alliances that are formed are awesome. Like the final is memorable. It checks every box. Like Wes had a like an awesome part in his alliance going against Kenny.
Mm. Yep. He was with Mandy, if you remember that. Right. But he ended up having to go against his own alliance and Evelyn
Evelyn,
Luke.
yeah.
Yes. All right, let's go on to his sixth appearance, 2011's Rivals 1, where he was with Kenny and he took second place. And I personally think he should have got first. At the very end, the producers were up to shenanigans because apparently to everyone's kind of said this. Wes and Kenny got to that final checkpoint or before the sleeping thing. They beat Tyler and Bananas to it by 45 minutes, and that only equaled a 2-minute head start the next morning. Fuck that.
That, that is a robbery right there. What's that? You got a 45-minute lead? We'll give you a 2-minute head start. That's bogus. Was that before or after the eating? Was like the eating
After.
part? Yeah, so the eating part was like the end of that day because who knows how many miles they hiked up. Then they have to eat like an insane amount, like probably the most amount we've seen people eat on the show. It was insane.
Well, Wes got a cramp, remember? And that's why Kenny had to throw him over his
Yeah,
back and carry him.
yeah. There's like I remember the clip where they showed like Wes's leg, and you can see like a giant like freaking golf ball, like just like his muscle and his leg is just like it looked like an alien under his skin ready to break through. It was crazy. He's got a giant freaking monkey ball in his leg, and Kenny's like, I'll fucking carry you. And it was like Sam and Frodo. He was like, I may not be able to carry it, but I can carry you.
Yeah, but at the end of Lord of the Rings, Sam and Frodo aren't bitching each other out at the top of it. Oh, you fucking loser, you suck.
Well, they kind of were, because he's like, throw in the ring. And then Frodo's like, I think I'll keep it actually. And then thank God Gollum was there to try and steal it and jump into the lava.
That
Frodo
was
was going to turn
bananas.
heel right at the end.
That was bananas. Biting the ring off and taking it for himself, man.
Yeah.
Uh, I do have to say though, with Kenny and West being together, they were like wacky bad guys. They just failed at everything and had to go into elimination. And that's where Wes would metaphorically carry Kenny. Ah.
Yeah. I do remember that. Like they always kind of they were so overconfident as a team that entire season that like in the missions they like hardly tried. They were always screwing up, always like finishing almost last, just because they put in zero effort. And they're like, you know what? We're good enough that once we get to elimination, once we get to a final, we'll just turn the switch and we'll do great. And they kind of did for the most part.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Okay, let's go into the next appearance. 2012's Battle of the X's 1, where he was with Mandy. And he went 1-1 in elimination. Um, and that was the first and second episodes. He wasn't there very long.
Yeah, I honestly I thought you were saying the wrong person. I was like, it wasn't Mandy, it was what's her name, Teresa. And I was like, oh, he was on Battle of the X's 1. I totally forgot that.
Yeah, yeah. He rubbed Camilla the wrong way, and she called out for Bananas, and Bananas like, all right, I'm just gonna put you in every elimination. Kenny's not here anymore, motherfucker. You know, you're not protected by him, so you're going right in. That's what happened. Okay, so moving on to he was eliminated by Leroy in a pole wrestle. Yeah. But then again, who the fuck is gonna beat Leroy in a pole wrestle?
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Leroy is what, 6'3" or something? And Wes is like 5'10.
All right, moving on to 2012's Battle of the Seasons 2, I'll call it, because this isn't the first one. That there he was with Team Austin, and he got eliminated by Big Easy. The very first episode. Do you remember that? In the very first Hall Brawl.
Yeah. It was nuts. I honestly like I was so excited for that season watching it because I'm like, oh, because there were so many new faces. I didn't know anybody. But I see Wes. I'm like, I know Wes. Like, this is awesome. I'm rooting for him this year. And then he immediately goes home, and I was like, what the fuck is this? But I still like that season, you know, but it's panned by critics across the board. Nobody liked it except for me. But yeah, that was crazy to lose to Big Easy. It was, I think, like that loss was kind of the turning point, I feel like, in Wes's challenge career because it hit a stall, you know, and
And he,
then
yeah,
losing in eliminations and stuff. And I feel like part of his problem was not having a really good partner, whether it be Mandy or Teresa coming up in the next season. Um,
Teresa was great. We'll get to it
she
when
was
we get to it.
yeah, okay, she was okay. That's a little overrated.
Oh my God. All right. Well, let's get to it when we get to it. Let's go on to 2013's Rivals 2, where he will be with CT and he will get first place.
Yep. Yeah.
And not only
CT and him are it's the greatest pairing ever. This is Hulk Hogan and Macho Man Randy Savage. It's like it was like a dream team on the challenge. It was, if you were a fan of CT and West, which I was, it was great. I loved it.
Oh yeah. And not only that, but they beat in the final Bananas and Frank and Jordan and Marlon, like it wasn't just the fact that that CT finally won, but who they were against was also very impressive.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on to 2015. Wow, 2 years later? That's crazy. Battle of the X's 2 with Teresa. Okay, so now they did really good. All right. Him and Teresa, they won 3 missions while they were there. And if they weren't winning missions, they were shaking hands with like Leroy to throw in Zach against Jordan or was it Bananas or something like that. But Wes really commanded that season. In fact, I think the reason why he did so good is because he did take off those 2 years. To me, Wes is way better when he takes a step back. Win
Yeah.
or lose, just take a step back, because we're going to go into his later seasons where it's back to back, and no, it's not the same.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of like a UFC fighter. If you take too many fights in a row, it wears on you. You got to take a little time off.
Yeah. Not if you're a cowboy, right?
Well, I mean, the damage adds up.
Okay, so I do have to say this is the thing, right? So Wes and Teresa were I want to say dominating, pretty damn close. And then the twist happens where it's exile. Remember that? Where people who
Hmm.
are eliminated return. But they
Yep.
bring in Bananas prematurely. It's not at the final. They bring him in, then they could all jump on the bandwagon and get Wes out. And everyone gets a second chance in the season except for Wes. Teresa got a second chance. Like, what the fuck is up with that? I could have, like, I remember at the time, I'm like, if I'm Wes, I just retire. I'm like, fuck you guys. Fuck the producers. You guys don't have, you're not on my side, you know?
Yeah, it was. This was this Battle of the Exes 2 was the first season I ever watched of the show, and yeah, it was very weird because it was the I wasn't able to watch it like the exile that Bananas went to, and then he comes back. So it was all like a surprise to me watching it. And I was just like, Bananas got sent home fair and square. And it was like, oh, he's gone. And then like 4 episodes later, or whatever it is, or I don't even know how long, but he was gone a while. And then all of a sudden he just shows back up in the house. And then they're like, all right, we're sending Wes in. We're sending him in against who is it? Leroy?
Yep.
Leroy and Naya.
Mhm.
Yeah. It was crazy. It seemed pretty unfair.
Oh, for sure. So he comes back in 2016, and this was terrible too. Rivals 3, where he's with Nani, and I hate Nani. I've always hated her. Well, not always. I didn't know her on Battle of the Seasons, not yet. But I'm sure all the clues were there, man. And this is what I remember. He went 2-1 in eliminations, good for them, but he let Nani take the reins. He was like, Nani, you're driving this boat. I'm muscle, I'm mind, I'm whatever, but what do you want to do? And Nani basically told him, don't do your little political shit. Like, just don't, everything that you do usually, just don't do it.
Yeah. It was basically like Wes decided the only way to have Nani as his partner was he's like, I can argue with this person the entire season about every move we do, and every week and every vote is going to be an argument, or I can just give her the reins, give her the keys to the car, let her let her make the decisions. But then at certain moments when Wes is like, hey, this is a big decision right here. We should try and vote in this person. She'd be like, no, no. He's like, we're done with your politics. Don't go and talk to other teams and try and get them to vote with you. I was like, this is the challenge. That's literally what you're supposed to do, is to talk to other people in the house and get votes together, send people in. But she completely, I don't know. Wes, I feel like he had always had bad partners that kind of sabotaged him in a way. And Nani was definitely up there. Like she's good as a competitor, like in the missions week to week, good, like good enough, but she doesn't have the complete package of a challenger that's going to win you seasons, because there's a reason Nani has never won.
Yeah, she couldn't win with Bananas, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
That's how bad she is. Okay, so let's move on to 2017, and this is the beginning of a string of spin-offs. This is Champs versus Pros. He's going to get third place with Camilla. He's randomly put with Camilla at the beginning of the final. It's so random. But What is memorable about this is that he eliminated Bananas and Jordan and some other guy. But the main thing is Bananas. Because they have to go against their own team. And he's like, I'm going to call out Bananas. I think he wanted to go in just so we could call out Bananas. He did. He beats Bananas. And they're like, so, Bananas, what do you got to say? And he's like, nothing. And Wes is like, that is the first. And I
Yeah, this is the
loved
first
it.
time they would always been rivals, but to actually see him go head to head, it was great.
Yes. Oh my gosh. The other thing that was nice is him and CT's friendship. This is after Rivals 3. They haven't really been on a season together for too long, but I love their friendship. They never really get that warm and cuddly after that, but this season's very good for that. Oh my gosh, I loved it so much because usually they're not getting along. They were rivals for a reason, you know. It's very fun, very fun. All right, let's move on to 2018's Champs versus Stars, which is Champs versus Pros 2, right? Um, and he goes 1-0, but I think he gets put into, or he doesn't survive the stupid, what are they called, bloodbaths or purge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, he did
Yeah.
he did well. Yeah. I have nothing
Yeah.
else written about that.
Yeah. I don't really remember anything about it.
um, all right, so 2018's Champs versus Stars 2, which is Champs versus Pros 3. He takes third place with Booby. Remember him?
Yeah, I
NBA
remember
guy.
Booby.
Yeah, yeah. I think they were put into partnership like halfway through the season or something like that. But yeah, not bad, not bad. All right, let's move on to 2019. So now he's back on the main circuit, right? He went from NXT back to WWE, right?
Yeah.
And this is War of the Worlds 1, where he will take third place in one of the biggest, most demanding finals of all time.
Yeah. It was great to see Wes back like on the main show because while he was doing those spin-off shows, he was not on like the main seasons. So it was great to see him back on a main season and to do so well and to make it to the final.
Oh yeah. Oh, well, I want to throw this out there. Okay, so what was his partner? D. Oh shit. Maybe we
Yeah.
don't talk about her anymore. But once upon a time, I thought Dee was really great. I didn't know anything about her views on race or anything like that beforehand. I just had to, judge her from this, and they were really good. In fact, Wes is known as more of a elimination guy than a mission guy. He doesn't win a lot of missions. This is different. He won 6 missions this season. This is by far his best performance in terms of missions. Yeah, I feel like him taking those 3 spin-offs where they're very short, they're shot within, I don't know, 2 weeks, something like that, instead of months. I think that helped him. I think that helped him stay fresh, but avoid wear and tear, Yeah, I think it
Hmm.
was, I think it helped. Okay, let's get on to 2019's War of the Worlds 2. Oh God, and this sucks. What happened? Like Laurel was like, "Oh, I heard West talk shit, so we're gonna put it. We're gonna be the first USA. We're gonna betray each other. We're gonna throw him in against Bear or something like that. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That whole season was like filmed in the bunker, wasn't it?
No, no, not yet, not yet. You're
Oh.
thinking Total Madness, which is right after
Oh,
this.
okay.
Yeah. But still, this was only the second time he was part of a big team on the main circuit. And once again, they were just like, we don't like Wes. We're going to throw him in, which is too bad. All right, let's move on to 2020 Total Madness. This is, I really didn't like this. This is where he shook hands with the goddamn devil that smelled like potassium, Johnny Bananas.
Yeah.
I know you
I
like
love
it.
the
I don't like it.
I loved when him and Bananas were like, all right, we're gonna work together because we're like the two old timey vets, and it's out of necessity that we have to work together. But Wes knew deep down that he had to like Bananas is still my rival, and if I get the opportunity, and Wes immediately, he's like, all right, I'm gonna throw you in. Like
No,
he
no,
turned his back on him immediately.
no. Okay, so first of all, he shouldn't have did that, or he shouldn't have been friends with him because it didn't benefit him. Wes was actually doing really good in missions, and he would always save Johnny Bananas. And then when you have to go in for the first time, you have to go into elimination in order to get to elimination. That's where Bananas was like, "I'm going to go in," and Wes is like, "I was going to go in." Like, no, this is my turn, like he knew I
Mm.
wanted to go in. So that's why he was like, okay, I'll go against Bananas. But it's not the same. It's random. They have to like punch holes to find random ass shit. And Bananas ended up winning. And
Yeah, I remember that. They just had to like punch holes through and find lights that lit up, and whoever found like the light up lights first, it was the most random thing ever.
yeah, lame as shit. Let's go on to 2020 Double Agents. All I have written down is that he got hit in the face by a shoe by CT. Remember, CT threw the shoe behind him, whacked him in the
Yeah,
face.
I remember TJ laughing about that for like 45 minutes straight the rest of the episode.
Let's go to 2022 All Stars 3, where he got first place. See, again, a very stacked, get, older cast, but still very like I wouldn't beat Brad. I wouldn't beat Mark or Yes or any of those guys. Like those guys were still in good shape. He ended up winning once again, and people say don't count the spin-offs, champs versus stars, because that's all charity. But when you win money for real, that's when it counts. And that's what he did. He won this one. Very proud of him. He should have retired after this.
You probably should have. It was a great season, and it was a great throwback because it was just like Wes being awesome. Uh, yeah, I loved it. I was kind of shocked that he won, but I mean, he did great. He deserved it.
Yeah, a rematch against Brad. Brad could have had it, but he didn't. Derek could have challenged him to a pole wrestle, but he didn't. Remember that?
No,
Okay,
I
now
forgot about
2023 World Championship. Him and Zara, but Wes decided something poor, and it got them into last place, and then they ended up losing.
that. Yeah, he should have drank the drink or the shake, and he didn't, and it cost him.
2023 USA 2. He won an elimination. He lost an elimination. He was very sad. And on that note, like, subscribe, comment. This was Battle of the Challenges podcast with Vincent Cloud.
And famous Dave.
Yeah. Woo.